Timeline of knowledge. Since the beginning of time, human has been looking for knowledge, and thus knowledge has changed through time. For example, in antiquity, in ancient Greece, you can find the physics philosophers, like Thales of Miletus. He will believe in something called arche, a thing that is in every living thing, and he will believe it was water. His other friends, the other elements. Empedocles would later come and say that everything was made from the four elements, but in different proportions. Democritus will say this was wrong, and in fact, all the matter was made from atoms. Aristotle, well, he was the father of biology. He created the geocentric theory. Return to the elements theory and add the ether. Aristarchus will create something called the heliocentric theory. Claudius Ptolemy will watch the stars and go back to geocentric. It wasn't until the Renaissance that Nicolaus Copernicus would say that heliocentric theory was right, by the church and by the way create a scientific revolution. Francis Bacon will unite two ways of thinking and explain this union with fables. Galileo Galilei will be the father of the scientific method and view advances in physics. René Descartes will say something like, I think, then I exist, and create rationalism and all its rules. This way of thinking, the Blaise Pascal will create something called the reasons of the heart, and the advances in math and physics. Then Robert Boyd will do some, but in chemistry. John Locke will say that rationalism was wrong and empirism was the right idea, and knowledge comes from experience. Isaac Newton will create the laws of gravitation and say this quote. John Berkeley will have a more radical way of empirism. David Hume will dab up everything by creating escepticism. Immanuel Kant like Francis Bacon's idea and create materialism from them. To Karl Marx, those ideas were right too, but he will also create something called Marxism or scientific socialism. See you!